and left just saying, I don't know if you will remember me. And I said, of course I remember you, Tim Bullard. I said, as I recall, when you came to the chili party to pass the class, you were a brave man and you ate the hot chili. And yeah, I knew he'd get a big kick out of it. I had some great students. Great students.
You've been done for about almost 20 years now, haven't you?
Yep.
22.
94?
90.
Oh, 90.
90.
Okay, 90. Okay, I thought it was 94.
No, 22
Yep.
years.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, you're quite a celebrity here.
Oh, gee.
You don't think?
Well,
Well, how do you think? I mean, because you talk. What was your favorite class that you like? You like teaching? Writing your little thing. You taught documentary. Did you teach? Like, would you watch documentaries and
oh, yeah.
and dissect them, or would you teach how to make them?
Well, it sort of was both in a way. One class had one class that was with visual communication and visualization, and it was we didn't have video cameras to use at that point, and so but we had 35 millimeter, and so what the students did was that they could take a song. This is before you had music video, and they could take a song and then they could go out and shoot slides to go with it, and they would have to go with the lyrics and with the timing and so on, and so it gave them a number of elements that they had to work with. And before this, they had learned to use the cameras and so on, and Dick Conrad supervised the lab. But anyway, I know one of the students did I'm trying to remember the name of the song, and it's the Run for the Roses, and this was, I don't know, anyway, and he did a beautiful job on that. He went out and he spent this time out at Long Acres, and he got acquainted with one of the people out there, one of the horse breeders, and he went out and he was telling one of his buddies, he said, I was down on my stomach out and I kept hoping I was inching up to get just the right picture of this colt. And he said, I kept thinking, I sure hope I don't crawl through some manure. Anyway, but he did a beautiful job. Are you familiar with that song? About barn in the meadow, and it's the Run for the Roses. Yeah, and anyway,
Must be a Pac-10 thing.
He did a good job on it. You what?
Must be a Pac-10 thing.
Pac-10 thing. Oh.
Sorry.
We'll send you to Kentucky, young man. But he did a beautiful job on that. And everybody in the class, we all, we thought it was really, really good. And because he paid off. He worked hard to get just the right kind of framing to fit the sentiment and the right lighting and all. And then several years later, lo and behold, I think it was NBC was doing the Kentucky Derby. And lo and behold, they used that song and had some footage of horses. And I looked at it and I thought, no, my student did a job that was much better than what that was.
That's cool.
Yeah, and another one of them did a personal thing about that wasn't something with the song, but about llamas and how this was when it was a feature type story about raising llamas. There were places here and her mother bred llamas. Her dad had been killed, I don't know when. Anyhow, and she did that about the llamas, and about that is a little known kind of thing. We think about the people doing cattle and so forth and so on. And it was very good. And then she said that she had always had a very soft spot in her heart for this because it was the income from those llamas that enabled her to go to the university. It was, yeah, they did some really good stuff. But then I taught a documentary class where I showed documentaries, yeah. And of course, I showed Nano and Kimberly. We discussed, and I had them read about that. And
Do you like watching documentaries now?
yeah, I do.
What do you think of Michael Moore?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Of course, I feel he's out there. Actually, particularly that one that he